Welcome back to Dogecast, everyone. I am Vin. It is the evening of June 17th. We've got a few interesting things to talk about, but first, let's take a look at the Doge chart for today. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and expand this out in just a moment, but Doge right now on the day chart as of 8:17 p.m. on June 17th is down 2%, 2.18%. Again, it's hovering in that 30 to 31 cent range. Just to compare it before I expand it out and share something, what I think is actually really important in just a moment. You can see Ethereum is down 2.39%, which is right on par with Doge, and Bitcoin is down 1.75%, so not too far off. They're really kind of performing very similarly. Again, the entire market is down. So Doge going down. Remember, really important when you're watching your Doge, especially if you're an investor only in Doge, because a mistake you might make is treating Doge too much like a stock, thinking it's going down because something's wrong with Doge. There's nothing wrong with Doge. When you look at Doge, you need to look at the other crypto coins and assets in that same market, that same arena, and see what they're doing. Doge is simply performing along with the rest of them because the market is sort of bearish right now, but that will change. So let's now switch to the 1 month expanded chart. And this is what I need to share with you. I think this is really important, and you'll see a lot of individuals analyzing charts, drawing lines and different things. We don't need to draw lines. We can see this with our own eyes. Take a look at the volatility early on, right? A lot of volatility. This is when Doge went, quite high, and then it's coming down, and it was trying to figure itself out. We had the Coinbase listing right here. It went back up to around 43 cents, and then it's been drawing down. But notice what's happening here in the last week or so. We're seeing Doge hit this sort of sweet spot. It's almost going straight across horizontally. Here's the thing. When you start to see that, what's going to end up happening is Doge is going to hit a point of near equilibrium. It's basically going to hit a spot where it's found that it's sweet spot. It's not going anywhere. That might be almost where we are right now. And almost always when that happens, you generally have your move. Probably, most likely, it's going to be a move up, but it's possible too that it can be a move down. It almost never just stays flat like that. So expect maybe in the next couple of days or so, if this continues like this, to see maybe a sharp spike up or possibly a trying to sharp spike down. But my opinion on a sharp spike down is I don't think it's really going to happen. I think that Dogecoin, when it goes to 29 cents, it just does not, the investors will not allow it to stay there. They just buy in too quickly. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. The only way I'd get worried about a sharp spike down is if Bitcoin really got hammered. If Bitcoin just collapsed, then even though investors are going to invest right back into Doge, there's only so much that they can do. But we're reaching that point. I'm expecting a spike up shortly. I don't think this is the move up out of the bearish market. I think we're still just a little bit away from that. But because of the way the charts look, just be prepared for that. By the way, the performance today, not bad. Looking at the day performance, this is not a problem. Being at 30 cents is absolutely fine. Doge is doing really good. We just need to work ourselves out of this market. So let's take a look at some news. This is some really interesting stuff. So Dogecoin Ethereum collaboration is here. Loopspring says it has made Vitalik Buterin's suggestion a reality. What is Vitalik Buterin's suggestion? Let's go down here. And this was his quote. You can see this. If Doge wants to somehow bridge to Ethereum and then people can trade Doge thousands of times a second inside of Loopring, that's upwards of 4,000 times a second. That would be amazing. And so what ended up happening is Loopring ended up tweeting this out. Vitalik speaks, we deliver. Dogecoin now available gas-free on Ethereum layer 2. Layer 2 is the up to 4,000 per second with the help of Ren protocol plus Ren Doge. Deposits now available. So you can actually use this now. I don't know if this is official or anything like that, like if this is really going to be the thing, but apparently they went to working on it. And why that's important is because what I shared with you before, which is the next major update right here, right? Taking a look over here, update 1.21, just updated 5 hours ago. The developers of Doge are actively working on a major and massive update for this coin, in which they're solving a number of problems. Some are very basic, and some are quite complex. Matter of fact, you can take a look at what they've done already here to the right. You could take a look at what's review in progress. I like this one at the top here. Handle very large transaction outputs. That fits right on par with what Loopring was doing with Ethereum. This is a huge update, okay? Because this is some of the problems people have with Doge. You're like, well, Doge is not very practical, right? The fees for what it offers and what happens in the future are not going to work. Well, it's going to work when the fee goes down to 1 cent. That's what they're saying. They're saying it might even go less than 1 cent per transaction. And then to handle very large transactions, the speed at which they're going to do it, this is a big update. And to see that Loopring actually listened to Vitalik Buterin's suggestion and made it happen lets you know that developers are coming on board, because Elon Musk did tweet out, hey, if you want to be helpful in this, please do that. And it's just going to happen. And so this is some really good news. It's a bear market right now. You got to ride it out. When it switches, the update hits, it's going to be rocket off to the moon. But right now we're in the holding pattern. Everyone remember that we're in the holding pattern. Just like when you're going to launch out, right? You're into space, or you're on a plane or something, you're going somewhere really important. You got to be in the holding pattern first. Remember this, SpaceX is going to be launching Doge 1 satellite to the moon. This is happening in the first quarter of 2022. Okay, so this is coming down the line. We are less than a year away from this. So Doge 1 is going to the moon, with paid by literal Dogecoin, right? It's being entirely funded by Doge, and it's going to the moon. So Doge is going to the moon whether or not they like it. So a lot of good promotion coming on down the line. A lot of good news coming up for Dogecoin. I even know that they're going to be selling off some artwork. I think 5 pieces of NFT, basically meaning that it's not duplicated. You can't. It's unique, very unique artwork. And so they're going to be selling that off, and a lot of good stuff happening here. Take a look at the chart again. Remember, we're hitting that equilibrium point. So, and we're also coming up on a weekend here. And so, anything can happen, but just don't be worried about it. I mean, Dogecoin holders, Dogecoin investors, we basically got it at the 30-cent mark. We don't 29, 28 cents is not going to stay there. We're going to lift it up pretty good, unless Bitcoin goes, down quite significantly, but hopefully it doesn't. And then we'll just hold out here. We'll let it all work itself out. The market is going to then switch, and the news is going to pour in for Dogecoin. There's going to be the updates coming in. We'll see if this Loopring is going to work with Ethereum. Possibly, possibly not. We're going to see transaction rates go up, fees go down. We're going to see promotions happening. We're going to see Doge 1 going to the moon. We're going to be seeing Tesla accepting Doge. We're seeing more and more companies accepting Dogecoin, and we're seeing even countries beginning to do this as well. So a lot of good stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Just wanted to share a few things with you. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing. We're going to keep you on top of things when it comes to Doge. Here, just another good outlet for you to come to for some really good, reliable, helpful, and encouraging information. As always, I will catch you guys next time. Later.